All right, what is up, my friends? Matt Morris here, mattmorris.com, and today I'm going to give you guys a little story, kind of an analogy that I have used a bunch of times. In fact, I've trained on it, and I haven't done it in quite a while, and I was actually doing an interview with one of my heroes, Richard Brooke. He wrote Mach 2 with Your Hair on Fire. This book changed my life many years ago. You should definitely read it. And then, of course, The 4-Year Career, which many of us know about in the network marketing profession. Another awesome read. And so we were just talking about network marketing on his podcast. And as you guys hop on, let me know where you're tuning in from. Give me your city, your state, your country. Let me know if you're watching this live or on the replay. And, here's the conversation that we had. He was asking me like, hey, what are the, three keys that network marketers need to focus on? And I gave him what, I believe are the 3 strategic pillars of success. We talked about your inner game, getting the 6 inches between your ears wired right so that you can go out and produce, so that you can stay consistent, so that you can break through your fears, so that you can overcome rejection and, do the things that you need to do. And so if you don't get the inner game wired right, nothing else really matters. And so that's really the foundational pillar of the 3. And then second, you have external skills. And so even if you have the mind right, if you don't know what to do, then you're going to be running in circles. And so you need to know the skills for sure. And then finally, it's leadership, being able to grow and lead a team, because if you don't figure that part out, then you have kind of a low paying job. The money in network marketing is really in the duplication process. And so good to see you guys hopping on. I appreciate you jumping on. And so we covered that a little bit. And then he gave an analogy that was basically, removing the objection that someone can't do it. And here's the analogy that he gave. It's one that I've given a bunch of times. And it's this. And so what if, and you guys just answer me this in the comments, if I were to offer you a job, and let's say you're not full-time in network marketing, let's say you're not making, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And if someone would have offered me the job I'm about to explain when I was 21, 22, 23 years old, before I became a 6-figure earner in network marketing and had time freedom, I would have absolutely accepted this job. Now, you let me know if you would take this job. Now, it's a sales role. Now, whether you believe you're a salesperson or not, don't discount this sales role until you hear what it is. Okay. Maybe you've never done sales in your entire life, but here's the offering. I'm going to offer you a job. You got to work 5 days a week. If you skip a day, you're fired. Okay. It's 5 days a week. Skip a day, you're fired. You get 2-3 weeks off. Yeah, we'll do that. And here's how it works. It's not based on your results at all, but every single day you have to give 2 presentations that are 20-30 minutes each. Okay. Every day, 2 presentations presenting your products, your services, and your opportunity. You got to do that every day. 2 a day. Now you can work whatever hours you want. So if you want to wake up early and be done by 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, you can do that. If you want to sleep in, work in the afternoon, you can do that. If you want to just hang out at the lake all day and work in the evenings, you can do that. But you have to do 2 presentations, 20-30 minute presentations every day. If you skip a day, you get fired. And they don't have to say yes. You just have to do a full presentation and collect a decision, and I'll pay you $500 a day. Now that's $2,500 a week, $10,000 a month for working whatever hours you want. I mean, basically, you can call people Once you've gone through people you can go meet people on social media, you can go out and beat the streets. However you have to do it, you find 2 people in a day, every day, 5 days a week, that will see a presentation, and I'll pay you $10,000 a month, $2,500 a week. Who would take me up on that? In the comments, let me know. And if you wouldn't do that, if you would not take me up on that offer, let me know why in the comments, right? Even if you're afraid of people, even if you have never done sales before, if all you have to do is find 2 people a day to give a 20-30 minute presentation, and you can't pay them to see the presentation, but you got to find people who are open. So you may have to ask a bunch of people to get the 2 who are actually open, but I mean, you're like able to work a couple hours a day. I mean, maybe you spend an hour prospecting to find those 2 who will actually look. Would you do it? And look at all these. I will, me, I would take the job, me, awesome, I'm down, I'll do it. And so anyone I've ever, like I've done this all over the world, and audiences, hey, raise your hand if you would take me up on this. Who would not do it? And the only people who wouldn't take me up on it are people who are already free in network marketing, or people who are already earning way more than that in whatever they're doing. But if you're not making $10,000 a month, if you have the freedom to be able to work whatever hours you want, you do 2 presentations, someone says yes, someone says no, it doesn't matter, I'm going to pay you. That's a pretty awesome deal. Now, this is why, like, I believe that anyone can do that. Anyone can do that. Okay. Like, it doesn't matter if you're afraid of people. It doesn't matter if you're a bad salesperson. You just have to go out and do it. And people would do it because the juice is worth the squeeze. The prize is worth the price. So you do it. And so here's why I believe anyone can do network marketing, because if you can get to the point where you'll prospect enough to find 2 people, 2 that will see a presentation every day, even if you suck really bad. If you suck really bad, then like you can still find people. Like, you can still do it. And in network marketing, if you suck really bad and you find 2 people a day, every day, 5 days a week, you're going to get good. You can't not get good. It's like, how could you not get better if you did it twice a day, every single day? Eventually, you're going to get people who say yes, and you're going to develop a ratio. Okay. And what I learned many years ago was safety in numbers and law of averages. Sinaloa. Safety in numbers and law of averages. If you know where that came from, let me know in the comments below. Sinaloa. And here's what I got early in my career in network marketing, when I finally understood that if I'll just go through the numbers, if I'll just prospect enough, eventually, and I'll do that consistently, 1, I'll become more talented. I'll start getting to the point where I can enroll people. And then 2, I'll like build a team and duplicate, and I'll be free. And so if everyone could literally just understand that it's all about consistency. If you suck really bad, stay consistent and you'll end up getting really good. You'll figure it out eventually. You just will. And so that, to me, is proof. Like what I asked in the description, is this proof that anyone can be successful in network marketing? I think so. And if you argue with me about yourself, like, have you done 2 presentations consistently every single day over the course of time? And if you haven't, maybe you should try it. Because like, if I look at, Richard said this when we were meeting, he was like, there's not even 1% of network marketers who do that. Not even 1%. And if people would, they would go out and have success if they could just stay consistent long enough to get good, and then to develop their law of averages, so that, you know, like, all right, well, if I did 2 a day every week, that's 10 presentations in a week. If I'm bad, I'll sign up 1 person a week. And if you do that consistently, 1 a week, every week, at the end of a year, you have 52 personally sponsored distributors in your organization. Do you know what percentage of people sponsor 52 people in their organization? Less than 1%. You'd be in the top 1% production level in all of network marketing if you sponsored 1 a week by doing 10 presentations every single week. And so listen, my friends, I refuse to admit that people can't do this. Like, I know people suck. You may suck like I sucked for a lot of years. I was really bad. Even when I got full-time, I wasn't the best by any means. I was just willing to go do enough numbers. And I don't want to say that all it takes is numbers, but by all means, it is a numbers game, right? You got to go through the numbers. You need to work on your skills. You got to work on the inner game. And the way you get good, see, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, it's not a numbers game. Everyone's saying it's a numbers game. They need to learn how to do this, like, whiz bang prospecting technique or whatever. But here's the deal. You don't get good unless you go do the numbers, right? It's not like anyone, like very few people, very few. Some people are born with the silver tongue, right? I wasn't. And no matter what amazing recruiting strategy you have, you're going to have to go through the numbers. See, there's an art and science. And so I teach, like, in my inner circle coaching program, like, we have an 8-week intensive that we lead our students through, and we go deep into all 3 strategic pillars. The inner game, like understanding, like how many of you have heard success is attracted by the person that you become? Like that's what I heard for so many years, but I was always confused on how am I supposed to specifically become that powerful person? It was always the shotgun approach to network marketing or the shotgun approach to personal development. Go read book after book, listen to audio after audio, and eventually you become that person. Well, I give a clearly defined system for becoming that person, right? Inner game frameworks. We go through the 7 key skills in network marketing, and we go through and we lay out a full leadership structure, a framework for leadership, the 5 levels, how to get from one level to the next, how you troubleshoot yourself and other people who are stuck at a level, what you need to be focused on. Like, it is the most comprehensive leadership training in network marketing, right? And so we go through all that, and it is deep training on the science. But as good as the training is, like I believe, just like if you're a coach and you should believe that you have the best training in network marketing, I believe I have the best training in network marketing that I've learned after, 26 years of doing this, helping thousands of people get full time, right? I think it's the best training in all of network marketing. Like, I don't think there's anything that even comes close to it. But here's the deal. I'm teaching a lot of the science, but the only way to learn the art is to go do it. See, the art is things like knowing what to say to the right person at the right time based on their personality styles, right? So you can teach personality styles and you can teach what to say and how to say it and things like that. But the art is the mixture of all that together. You don't get the art unless you absolutely go do the work. So my friends, I want you to learn the science. I want you to learn the art. Just understand the art only comes from doing. You got to do the work, whether it's like our social recruiting system where we teach people how to go sponsor 2 people every single week on social media, right? There's a science, like a dead science that we lay out. But as you're interacting with people and they say certain things, you learn what to say back to have the highest success rate. So it's not just a numbers game, but it is a numbers game. And so listen, for those of you who do want some advanced, like this is an invitation only, high level, we don't accept everyone, to my inner circle coaching, you can go to mattmorris.com. You can apply there and fill it, see if it's fit. I have a director of coaching, and he's kind of like the gatekeeper to determine like, all right, are you a good fit for it or not, right? So that's that. But understand that it's a numbers game. And so what I want for you is to be consistent, to just understand that $500 a day, every day, here's what I believe to be true is if you did that in network marketing, you're not going to get $500 a day off the bat. But if you do that consistently over the course of a year, 2 years, I believe you will certainly be at $10,000 a month if you remain consistent doing 2 presentations every day, 5 days a week. The money will come, but people aren't willing to go do it because they don't think they can. And here's what I know is true is if you go do the numbers, if you're working on yourself, if you're getting the right coaching, getting the right mentorship, I don't believe it's possible for you to fail. I just don't think you can, right? I haven't seen evidence of someone doing it consistently, getting coaching, getting mentorship and not succeeding. I just see people who do that succeed, right? So you can do it, but people don't because a lack of belief in themselves, or it's just people get stuck in employee mentality. Thinking, all right, if the job, I work a few hours, I get paid a few hours. I work 40 hours, I get paid 40 hours. And it's just not the way business works. I'm not just talking about network marketing, business, period. It doesn't work that way. You invest a bunch of time up front, not making a bunch of money, and you're getting paid very little for a lot of work. But if you do that consistently over the course of time, what happens? You do the same amount of work and you're earning more money and more money and more money and more money. And then over time, same amount of work, but you're earning a ridiculous amount of money to the point where you can actually slow down the work and your income stays way, way up there, stays really high. So it flips. So listen, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this. If you got some value out of this and you share it with someone else, let me know you shared it. Like Monty, thank you, brother. I appreciate you sharing that. And Jennifer is asking, how is the inner circle different than M School? Millionaire School is very tactical, right? It is an amazing program, tons of testimonies, lots and lots of tactical stuff. The Inner Circle, it's accountability groups, it's weekly coaching, it's calls with me every single week, my other 2 coaches. Millionaire School is a lot of foundational 7 key skills and all that. But in the Inner Circle, we go deep into social media recruiting. So hopefully that helps. Brazil in the house. All right, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you share this, let me know in the comments below. If you would like some mentoring with me directly, you can go to mattmorriscoaching.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love you lots. Take care.